Whoa. Now we're in the church. Whoa, okay. Now we're in the church. What the fuck? Okay. This is different than I expected. Alright. Oh, dude, it's an Anubis statue. That's fucking sick. That's cool. I like that. I love the Egyptian tone in this game. It's really weird. Let's talk to them and see what they have to say. I wonder what lies ahead. Well? There's always a chest at the end of a labyrinth. I'm sure you'll find some treasure. I'd rather get information about the case than treasure. Yeah, no shit.
I see.
I already have my 2 treasures right here. What more do I need? I see. You solve mysteries like this to progress your way through the labyrinth.
Wow.
You catch on quick, Halara. I'm only now getting the hang of things. It may look peculiar at first, but the structure is exceedingly logical. It's easy to understand. That's amazing. Yeah, Yuma's impressed.
Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it? Check.
You don't ask, can you open it, and then do it while in the process of kicking the fucking thing. Hey, look, it's Priest Man. There's Base Girl with the broken arm. She is fucking cutie patootie number 3. She's fucking hot. Not that hot, but she's pretty hot. Oh, the tree burns away now. Because we solved the case for the clock tower, I presume.
So we cleared the first route.
I don't like the doll tweaking out in midair, though. That's kind of like Annabelle-ish.
Go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit.
Right.
Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery labyrinth operates.
Okay, well, that's just this one. You should have seen the other one. The other one had fucking Donkey Kong Country minecarts. It had fucking weird panels in the sky and walkways to sugar gumdrops and fucking rainbow sherbet ice cream and all sorts of other crazy shit.
You're so impressed. Why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, are you so
Let her be the protag.
You're the jealous kind, aren't ya?
Yeah, you're one to be so smug. I caught you stealing glances at her earlier.
We're short on time.
I already said it's okay. I can just bang you both. It's fine. It's totally okay. Like, I'm not opposed to that.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
One I'm most confident with. Okay, so if the clock tower was 4, 1 would be the casino, 2 was the manor, and 3 was the art gallery.
Let's see.
Oh, which explains the paint on the ground. I see. Oh, is it going to tell me which one was which? Oh no, you just got to commit it to memory. Okay, so I think, honestly, having gone over and spent the most time with 2, I think I'm most confident with 2. I'm least confident with 3, and I'm second most confident with 1. But for the sake of fiddling it up on stream and looking like a buffoon, we're gonna go with 1.
First locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret
'Cause I'm
club
cool
in
like that.
Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Yeah.
Are you going to the first locked room?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think I understand that the dolls are gonna talk to me every time I talk to one of them, which is fair enough. This is exactly why I'm not a social person. Okay, so this one I'm semi-remotely confident in.
We get trapped inside a locked room again?
Yes.
The mystery isn't
I also have a lot of health, so if I fuck this up
this place.
unbelievably bad, yeah, I'm gonna fail it. But I think I have some leeway this time.
Room with these two.
As opposed to last time when I had to do the barrel minigame and it didn't make a lot of sense. But I gotta remember that they can couple 2 letters into 1 letter, which I didn't factor in last time.
Hurry up and take care of this.
Oh, damn it. Alright, well that's our dream smashed. Thanks, Halara.
Yeah, okay.
Shinigami was right. She's kind of a stone cold bitch, though. I appreciate it. Where did the culprit flee from? The fucking vent, bruh.
Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time.
Yeah, we used post-cog, didn't we?
Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Yeah. Okay, where did the culprit escape from? The fucking vent, dude. It's gotta be the vent. Bam.
Here.
Nailed it. Not a pun.
I know.
Sort of a
What
pun.
about the vent?
Vent. Has to be the fucking vent. There's no other way to get out of this room.
Escaped.
There's two entrances. One is the door, which was locked, so that would leave the vent. I guess, honestly, conversely, I could have applied that same logical reasoning to the clock tower one, so I guess I'll take that
I'm
out.
sure of it.
Fumbled the bag on that one. That's kind of
When
my
I saw
fault.
the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Right. Let's pretend I remembered a small detail like that. Oh, hello. Guess who else can fit into vents? This fucking rat.
How ludicrous.
My thoughts exactly. How did your foofy green hair fit through that vent, you fucking foliage-haired liar?
You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Master, poke it full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course.
Somebody else I want to poke full of holes until they're a makeshift golf course. If she'd quit being a jealous bitch. Alright, so what's the game now? What are we playing for? Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. I just gotta not botch it this time. Admittedly, I do wish this stuff flew at you a little bit faster.
How ludicrous.
Okay, so how do I change solution keys?
Vent.
Bam! What? There's no way that's wrong. Aren't you the one who said that the culprit escaped through the vent? What's the point of trying to refute that now? But those nails were real suspicious. Why were they bent down? 'Cause they were stood on to reach the vent. I thought that's what I was doing. I thought that was the reasoning that I was applying here. Yeah, that was my reasoning exactly, so why does that not work?
Ludicrous.
Hold on, I need to analyze this further.
That's utterly impossible.
I need to analyze this a little bit more.
That vent is. Isn't
Oh,
it
that was close as fuck.
high up?
Yes, it is.
No way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed.
Don't do that.
No foothold to use to reach it.
Ah. Bam. Get it, Chief. That's right. Okay, so I just had to wait for the correct thing. It's so analytical, this game is like so fucking meticulous with like exactly what you need to refute and what you need to refute it with. That's what I thought.
The weight caused the nails to bend.
Right. I love his voice acting though. I love how he goes and like makes weird little noises. He sounds like me whenever I play anything. Okay, so that's fine. Minor botches. That's alright.
So you're forced to fight
I love
this
her
way.
rain boots. I never noticed they were yellow
Quite the
before.
test of endurance.
I like the zippers too. I need a copy of her outfit. I really want to cosplay her someday. And I think I could pull it off too.
Yeah, no kidding.
However,
I need
solving
that
the
outfit.
mystery itself was simple.
More than a cosplay, it actually looks like something I would wear in real life.
Did you find that out?
And I have a
from
feminine
first
physique
audition?
too, so I could totally pull it off.
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
Nah. I think we could have surmised that the nails were used and that the vent was removed, given it's the only other point of
You'll
entry.
never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got
Yeah, I'm sorry for leaning on you so much.
to be a rookie, huh?
Both physically and mentally.
Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
Yeah, so this Gomez Adams looking motherfucker was our first murder victim. But we came across him second after the clock tower. So the clock tower was the fourth murder to occur in chronology. That guy was the first. The second one is the next one we're gonna go to, and the art gallery is the third.
Place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like in the emergency exit?
Bruh, this is not the Wizard of Oz. You cannot just click your fashionable red heels together 3 times and wish to go home. It doesn't work like that. We're dealing with some sort of fucking black metaphysical crazy fucking dark magic shit. Doesn't work like that.
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides,
There you go.
to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
Let me guess, my life.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
I love how enthusiastic she is. I like how she's actually clicking her heels together like she's just excited to keep going and figure this shit out. Similarly. Oh, so we just end up in the church every time we get a key. I see. I thought we were gonna be going into different layers of the church or something.
So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll?
Alright, Halara, it's all yours.
Oh, that's me. Alright.
Full of herself, isn't she? Sparkly-eyed bitch. She is cute, though. Damn! That culprit thick! The fuck? There's no way you're fitting through the vent with cheeks like that! There's no way.
Someone thin.
Yeah, like base girl.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble.
Base girl.
And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
Base girl.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the
It's gotta be
possibilities
base girl, dude.
closely.
I think my theory is coming together. I think that supports it. I'm pretty sure she was at least somewhat in on the murders.
My training.
I don't think she committed them, though, because she doesn't seem like the kind of person that would commit murder. As much as I was banking on her being the murderer before, I've already gone into all that, though, so I don't think she did it, but I definitely think she did the fucking key shenanigans. Okay, so those 2 trees are done. So we now depart for the second tree. This is the one that I'm next most confident at, I think.
Second locked room mystery.
The art gallery one, I got no idea, so I can't wait to see how the fuck that one was done, because I don't know. I think the key was put on the nail and the nail was slipped through the window, but I don't know how it could have gotten nailed to the painting. I don't understand that at all.
If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
I don't know about that one.
Going to the second locked room?
Yes, ma'am. She looks like a Polly Pocket, or like a Little Miss Muffet type, but I feel like that's... As stupid as this is to say, I feel like that's offensive toward creepy dolls. So was the Annabelle thing from earlier, so I apologize. Gotta remember it's 2023 and even fucking inanimate objects have the right to be offended now.
There are dolls nailed across the room.
Yeah.
The victim is nailed down in the same manner.
Sounds hot.
And
What
the
is this,
culprit is
Hellraiser?
also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
Okay, so just to reiterate, I think that the wire that was wrapped around the neck was used to slide the key down, so it ended up under the body when it was propped up. And then when they cut the wire loose, it probably caused the body to slump back down on top of the key. The reason that was possible is because the nails were hammered fully into the legs, but not the torso. They were nailed halfway through the torso, so the body didn't get entirely pinned to the floor.
I'll try.
But I don't understand the sideways blood. I think I do with the difference in density between the wire and the rope, but that's all I got. So this might be a little bit shady. Where did the culprit flee from?
The corpse was found,
Door was locked when the corpse was found.
and the only key was underneath the body.
Right. So if the key was underneath the body, but they left the room before...
There are no windows that could have been used to escape.
No windows. Vent is too small to fit through. So they must have only been able to go through the doorway.
How did the culprit escape from here?
So my working theory is that they went through the door. Wait, how could you lock the door from the inside and then go out through the door? What the fuck? Did they go through the door and then close it and then slide the key in? Down the string like I thought? What's the deal here? Okay, I don't understand how this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna select the door and see what happens.
Here.
I was gonna say, if this isn't it, then I don't know.
This has to be the spot.
Okay, so that's right.
The culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Right, but the door was locked.
Special about that?
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance
Right.
or exit.
But the door was locked at the time of the discovery of the body, so how did they lock the door from the interior if they were already out?
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right?
You can't lower the key on string and lock the door that way. It's not fucking possible.
After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
I don't think they entered the room again.
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure.
I think they slid the key down on the string. But now that I'm looking at the key, they don't have any holes in the key, so how would that be possible?
After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door.
Right.
Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
Locking the
What do you do
door.
with that key in your hand, Master?
Oh wait, does the door lock from the outside or from the inside? Because if it's a locked room mystery, then I'm assuming that the lock would be on the interior of the door of the room, right?
Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Oh, hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. What? Huh?
Oh, the door automatically locks when it's closed. How are you supposed to know that? Maybe you're not, and they just wait for here to display that that's a function, but that's fucking stupid. That kinda doesn't really befit the nature of Danganronpa for them to keep details of you. Or to keep details from you like that. So that's kind of bad, I think. I think that kinda sucks.
Master! You better hurry or don't fall into the abyss!
That's kinda poorly directed, in a way.
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path.
Okay, so if the wire was tied to the banister, right, then they could slide the key down the rope like I've been saying, but
Can't you?
I don't know if that's the absolute right answer. We have to put the key back in the locked room, right?
Locked room, right?
In that case, what? Because of the culprit, what? What happened to the key? Thrown in?
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door.
But how did it end up under the
And
body?
if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here,
Right.
it stopped.
Oh, and then they position the body to be angled over the key by pulling on the rope, maybe.
But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
Maybe? Maybe that's what the rope being tied to the eyes of the doll was for.
If it was wrong, a trap
So
was
maybe the
activated.
rope wasn't to strangle the victim in suspended midair. Maybe it was used to reposition the body.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse.
My thoughts exactly.
I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room.
Okay, so for this one, I think my solution again makes more sense in sliding the key under the corpse while it's propped up, and then slumping the corpse back down onto the key by cutting the wire. I think it makes more sense like that. Because if you loosely leave the wire around the victim's neck, that would allow you, with the weight of the corpse, right? With the weight of, like, the head being, like, propped against the floor, or whatever, or even upright. Let's say upright. then you could just slide the wire back after the key is positioned where you want it, right?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
And then kiss a little bit.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Shien.
Goddamn, even to otherworldly beings.
Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was.
Yeah, she really is a stone cold hard ass bitch. I love it so
That
much.
doesn't explain how it got under the corpse.
Right.
So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the
Yeah,
key?
see, this is what I'm eager to understand. So I know the doll that has the eyes gouged out in relation to the door from the drawing from earlier, which I was wondering the significance of before. Not realizing that the doll was on the wall where the circle was drawn, is that
Maybe the corpse.
I thought the rope and the string was used from either end.
On top of the key.
Right.
How do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Using the rope, but the problem with that is
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
I'm eager to see how this was done. I'm really eager to fully understand this. How was the corpse moved? I'm gonna say rope.
How was the corpse moved?
It's either rope or string or wire or something like that.
For a while, but
Evidence was left at the scene.
Okay, just in preparation in advance. String is what, 5 letters? No, 6 letters. Okay. Rope is 4 letters.
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool. Okay.
tool.
It's gotta be rope or string, dude.
That's
It's gotta
all
be
the
one of the
advice I'll
two.
provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
It's gotta be rope or string. Or wire. Maybe it's wire. Wire is also a 4-letter word, so I just gotta look at the letters that are available.
You, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a barrel game.
So, I'll help you out. Are you ready?
It's gotta be a barrel game.
Ready for what?
Lay it all out, master.
It's a barrel game. I fucking knew it. It's fucking Donkey Kong. Good thing I did that mental prep in advance, because this shit is actually pretty fucking brutal. I'm not gonna lie. The time window they give you for this and the penalty for getting something wrong is, like, insanely high. And I don't have the upgrade to make this easier. So let's hope I nail this. Shinigami puzzle. Alright.
Let's work together as a team.
Culprit used a S-T-R-I-N-G. It's string, dude. Look at the letters. There's I, there's R, there's S. It's string, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, it's string. There's no way it's not string. I fucking knew it. It's gotta be string. So the time limit of the barrel spinning does not bother me, but the penalty for getting a letter wrong is, like, absurdly high. So I actually failed this minigame twice in a row, on another iteration of this game. Because of that, on account of that. And it's also because, so, like, you see how each of these is a singular letter? Sometimes they couple as 2 letters, and I didn't account for that because I didn't know better, because I was not looking at it that analytically before. So, the way the letters are depicted on the barrel is that they're conjoined into one, but I didn't factor that in. Like, I didn't make the mental networking for that to make sense. Also, yeah, enjoy. We finally get to see Shinigami in a bathing suit. Everybody's top-tier desire from when they first saw her. So you're welcome. You fucking horny degenerates. So they didn't move the key back into the room with the string, they moved the body itself.
Used at the scene of the crime.
That would make sense as to why the string was tied around the neck, to have the leverage to make that possible. I see.
Sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
That makes sense. Fishing line would allow you to do something like that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
A tiny string could move a whole corpse.
Fishing line could. Fishing line is actually absurdly strong.
There he is again.
For, like, the density of string that it is, yeah. The fibers and shit it's made from, yeah. Same reason, like, same methodology as how spider silk is very, very strong.
What could be wrong about it?
In terms of its
You sounded
composition.
really confident just now.
Because people don't think that, like, spider's web would be that strong enough to be able to support as much weight as it can, but it is.
Leg pierced through his body and into the floor,
But not the upper torso, right?
which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Because you have the education of a third grader.
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
But that's not fully accurate, is it?
It would be impossible.
If it was accurate.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time?
No, in fact, we're the only one who's unconvinced of this dude's bullshittery. Oh, what the fuck is this? This is new. Oh, is this that platforming minigame again? Just different?
The door!
The truth is slipping further away.
Oh, let me guess. We have to hop across stones to make it there, don't we?
It is, because your deduction is wrong.
But it's not. Because I'm pretty confident. No matter how bad I fumble the bag here, I'm pretty goddamn sure I'm right. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip his dialogue. He talks so slow.
Yeah.
That and I'm not paying attention. He's like an edgy preteen prom queen. Try saying that 3 times fast. Bet you can't. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna fuck it up. Way too hard. This game is fucking cool, though. Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. This is just a matter of trial and error until I get the right answer. These don't bother me all that much.
Your deduction is wrong.
Let me say the doll with the eyes gouged
The
out.
corpse was moved. The corpse was fixed in place.
Okay, that's the thing that I have to refute. The body was fixed in place is not accurate, because it wasn't fixed fully in place, right?
Shows no sign it was ever moved.
That's true.
Indisputable fact.
Okay, so I think the first one is the one that I have to refute. There's only 2 things to refute. Just like he said, when we viewed the scene through postcognition, the body was fixed in place. Yeah, so it wasn't moved, right? But in order to create a locked room, it would have been necessary to move the body. In that case, there might be some evidence left behind of something being moved. Let's check the solution keys.
Your deduction is wrong.
Okay, so what are my things? Bloodstains on
Do
corpse.
you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was
Hold on.
fixed in place.
Bloodstains on corpse would also indicate that the body was moved because the bloodstains drip in different directions, right?
In fact, that corpse.
Hold on. Let me try
No
this.
sign it was ever moved.
Let me try this. Yeah. That's right, pussy. You green-haired twat.
No, there was evidence
You look like a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock. Now I'm gonna make you look like a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock.
the upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently.
Yeah.
The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline.
So that's what the bloodstains indicated was movement of the
Blood
body.
from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I was thinking about this backwards. So if the upper torso was propped upward, that would make the blood flow downward, correct? Gravitationally.
If the corpse was
So the
moved
legs
from
were
front
the
to
initial
back,
entry
there
points.
wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains.
I see.
In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
Okay, with that in mind, looking at this allows me to analyze it a little bit differently now. That's cool. Okay, that's a neat detail. See, that one actually makes sense. That's cool. Alright. We're not doing too bad on this one. Honestly, I think this one is easier than the first one. I think this labyrinth is a hell of a lot easier than the other one. Oh shit, what is this? God damn it, I had to open my fat fucking mouth, didn't I? I got so confident calling him a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock, and now he does this shit.
We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Fucking Team Rocket ass.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter.
The art of this game is cool as fuck, though.
Pinned to the floor. It couldn't be moved.
Okay, so is this where I refute the two things being moved independently?
Even this didn't work?
But I can refute it.
Wrong about it all?
No.
You're correct.
Come on, Yuma, quit being a soy boy. Be confident for 5 seconds.
Halara!
There's
Yeah.
no doubt a fine string was used in this case.
See, Halara has faith in us, and that's all we need.
The corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved?
With the string, right?
That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain?
Bloodstain.
Bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved.
Okay, so she's alluding to the torso of the corpse being propped upward.
Chase after the door.
With the string. So the body was propped up by pulling on the string, right? Because if the wire was tied to the neck, then pulling on it would make it prop up, but it depends on what direction you're doing it from. Because if you pull on the body, like from the back, it would lean down, right? It wouldn't prop up. So if you're, like, if the corpse's back is facing you, right, and you were to pull on it, it would just go to the floor. But if you're doing it from... That must be what the doll with the eyes gouged out was for. So if you tied the rope from the eyes of the doll around the neck of the corpse, that would allow you the ability to prop it. But how did they get the rope away afterward? That's what I'm curious about. Because, like, one could state that if you tied the rope lengthwise through the doll's eyes and then made the knot in a place that was closer to you, it'd be easier to get the rope out because you could just cut it, but...
Hey, wait!
That part I don't understand.
I won't let you.
This part might be a little rocky, I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand the reasoning there. I don't exactly get it. This is weird. Okay, I've never seen this before either. What position the corpse in before it moved? Upper body sitting up. Which one is A? Right. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotta be that one.
That's right.
Righty then.
The corpse was sitting up at first.
Yeah.
That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
Right. What's the next question? How are you gonna do this to me now? What was used to sit the body upright? A thin string, a wall of cardboard box. Okay, well I think we know which one this is. Oh shit, we're low battery too, fuck. Okay, there might be a slight hum, but I gotta turn my PS5 on so I can plug in my Switch controller. Sorry about that.
It was all over the room.
Hopefully it's not too brutal to deal with. But nothing is processing, so maybe it won't be too bad.
That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
Okay. So if the wire was used for that, why was the corpse laying on its back at the time of discovery? The string was retrieved. Yes? Or the string was cut? I'm gonna say retrieved. Nice. Nailed it.
The
Cool.
culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
But the problem is how did they retrieve the string? Or was the string removed and we have to bank on the fact that the string was taken away from the crime scene? After Amaterasu was in there. I don't understand that either entirely, so it seems like there's some holes in the logic here. Like, the logical reasoning doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, some of this shit you wouldn't be able to account for with the information they give you and the way they set it up. Okay, I don't think it'll allow me to analyze this again, but how did...
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did.
Okay, alright, this'll give us all our answers,
You know
maybe.
the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
Recreate the locked room. Okay, this is a different minigame.
You gotta think like the
I might also fuck up the bag on this quite a bit. Think about how the culprit created the locked room and followed the same steps to complete it. Inspect items following the sequence of events. Some of the items weren't used in the crime, so be careful. Okay, so I just gotta think of everything used in the crime, right? Okay. The desk light was not used. I know that for a fact. That was. For sure. How do I... Oh, there we go.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent.
With the rope.
After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
Okay. Things that are fixed in place. So if we're talking about things that are fixed in place, my first thought would go to the doll that's pinned to the wall with the eyes gouged out.
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye.
Right.
And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
Okay, this is bullshit though, because from what the crime scene indicated was that the rope was used in the eyes, not the fishing line. So was this all done with just the fishing line and no rope? Huh, okay. So that's 2 out of 5, so we're doing good so far. The painting was not used, and the lamp was not used. Okay, so we have the doll. We have to check the corpse now, I think.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
The neck. Yes. Under the neck. Is it under the head or under the neck? I don't know.
Here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it.
Right.
Now, it's clear that the line passed through the
That could be
vent
interpreted
of the
in
doll's
2 different
eye
ways.
And ended beneath the neck.
Right.
Hold on. Why pull a line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place.
Right, to have the leverage to prop the body up.
Next, the fishing line.
Oh, I see. So if it was never tied around the doll's eyes, that would allow it to be retrieved. That makes sense. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it like that physically, the representation makes a lot more sense. If I'm being totally honest here. That makes more sense. Okay, so the desk lamp was never used, I don't think. The painting was never used either. Wait, so it said some things are not used. We got the portrait, we got the desk light. Do we just go back to here?
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
The door. Because they had to go out, lock the door, and then retrieve the string.
Locked it with the key.
And then pulling the string would allow you to retrieve the string and have the body fall back upon the key, which they just fucking placed inside the room. While the body was propped up. There was no need to slide the key back down the wire. I see. The vent gap.
The key was thrown through the gap in the vent.
Right.
If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then...
Wait, whoa. If the door locks automatically when you leave it, what's the necessity to throw the key through the vent? Couldn't you just prop the corpse up and leave the key there while you're in the room physically, and then just fucking leave the door? Or to open the door, does it have to be opened with the key from the inside, and then the key thrown through the vent once you're outside the door? Because that seems like it's complicating things unnecessarily there, from what I'm interpreting.
The corpse,
right.
Which was supported only by the line,
and that allows you to retrieve the string, the fishing line.
That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Nailed it. Champion. See, I'd make a great murderer, IRL. Don't let Twitch know I said that, though. They might get a little sus. Okay, well that wasn't as hard as I anticipated it originally. It's a lot more natural to piece together when you're actually thinking from the viewpoint of the culprit committing the murder, rather than trying to figure out how it was done. But again, I feel like, okay, so like some of this between Danganronpa and the way these are like etched out, it was the same criticism that I had of the train one. The reason that the train one was bad is because the secondary track around the tunnel for the train didn't go anywhere. It had no reason to be there. It just seemed like a ham-fisted attempt to make the murder plot possible. In terms of concept, in terms of sequence.
The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different.
Right.
The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body.
Right.
But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor.
Thus pinning it to the ground.
That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
Right.
Sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.